It is time to look at a professional match of StarCraft 2. Spawning in the upper right, the red Zerg on the map, Data-C. It is Scarlett. And the Terran opponent in the bottom left, it is the blue command center and SCVs belonging to Maru. Terran versus Zerg. Zerg versus Terran. However you want to spin it, it is the classic humans versus bugs matchup. This map, oh my gosh, the environment on this map, I don't even know quite what to call it, but I like it. It's dark, it's underwater, it's got some green, some flora, some fauna. It's got something for everybody, right? But more importantly, it's got two very scary, very strong professionals playing. They're both opening up normal too. Maru, with your barracks in your own base, what has happened to you? Oh, how the mighty have fallen, right? Feels like an achievement some days, I swear. Have to see what the follow-up is, what the general plan is. Reactor first. That's a plan. That is a choice you can make. It's a little risky, sure. That means he's probably going to open up Marine, if I had to guess. Slaps down that command center. Scarlett, of course, not opening up aggressive with a quick 12 pool or a 14 pool. No proxy hatch or roaches to be seen, so I think the Terran's gonna get away with it. Gets that SCV across, scouting the hatch, sees the creep. That's all you need to know. Did the Zerg expand? If there was no hatchery, there would be no creep, which means you would probably have to then see, what are you doing? What are you doing, my Zerg companion here? Words, compadre, companion, whatever you want to call it. It could have been something aggressive, of course. Double gas, quick roach warrant, but it's not. It's not actually. Far from it. Even more macro themed. Scarlett slaps down the third hatch. And reactored Hellions. Probably a quick third CC. This build pretty well mapped out at this point. You got the standard, the textbook. Reactored Hellion. Not going for the third CC though. Not before the starport. You definitely have seen some variations of it. Could get the quicker starport, like a normal 111, or quick third CC. Be a little economical. Maru. This is a move I would expect from Cure, but Maru. Oh. Really? Like, that's worth it. If you're going mech, sure, maybe. I don't need my barracks if I'm going mech. Maybe it's all a mind game. Maybe it's a trick. If he puts this back down and he does a bio build, I'm going to have to say that was an interesting choice. It looks like he's actually gearing up to do a Widow Mine drop. Oh, a Widow Mines. Usually you see that come out versus Protoss, the good old Widow Mines and Prey build, right? There's an Armory coming up too. Is it Armory Mine Drop versus Zerg? Ooh, what? Followed by a Liberator. Let's just go full harassment mode. Alright, Scarlett has not scouted it. Might be able to see it though with this OV. Might be able to give herself just a little bit of a reaction time. There are no spores in the main base. Not yet. This one's about to finish up. Hellions. Medevac. Into the main base. Queen spotted instantly, and out comes Widowmite's. Panic ensues. Only two though. Maru did not drop them all. Total losses are minor. Minute even. Additional Widow Mines dropped in the natural, and they're gonna go off. 11 drones die off. Scarlett handled the main perfectly. Except for this one. Why is this one still alive? The spore is right there. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's all falling apart. Alright, Queen's got rid of it. No more drone losses, so 11 in total. Even the drones get in on the action in the natural base, so 11 drones. That's pretty good, actually, for what was essentially just a, hey, Widow Mines drop. Scarlett handled the main base well, but things started to fall apart in the natural. Hellbats are here now. You might be thinking, really, a Hellbat push? Yeah, really, right? And behind this, Maru is going for bio. So despite using the barracks to snipe off that Ovi, it is going to be a bio-based play. Liberator got some kills too. It looks like 4 kills. Were they drones? No. Maybe 1 drone, but not all of them. Could be queens, lings. Lings. It was zerglings. Alright. We've established now all of the various losses. Lings offering a healthy support group for the group of queens. The amount of things they've had to deal with this game, it is outrageous. Queens are going to start unionizing, I swear. Follow-ups. What are we looking at? Spire, Banelings. Bane speed is on the way. It is full-blown bio play here. Bio tank, it's looking like, for Mr. Maru. While he takes his third base here, a quiet moment. Zerglings taking out their anger, their fury versus the rocks. Such nicely colored rocks too. Even the rocks are kind of a dark green on this map. I like it. Geeking out about the map, I know. Talk about the game. Indigos. Well, Maru pushing out more with his Hellbats. Marines have stim, but not combat shields yet. Is it just 1 tech lab? Yeah. So this is a very heavy Marine tank build, it's looking like. Tank counts still only at 1, so that's why there's no tanks here. There's not much point in just pushing out with only 1 siege tank. Gets a pincer attack going on the queens here, though. They're going to have to retreat. Luckily, this whole place is coated with creep. Was that the Liberator finally died off? Yeah, Liberator died off. Marines and Hellbats closing in on the hatchery. Banes, not very effective. They went in by themselves. Very ambitious and overzealous Banelings. Queens picking off some things as they can. Lings stuck behind them for a brief moment. Medevacs are here, going to be able to pick up everything. The singular siege tank is going to fall. Mutas make themselves known. It's a defense. It's a hold. Very good. Unloads everything at the watchtower. Definitely too many Marines for the low amount of mutas that was. There's only 5 mutas out on the map right now. And 5 mutas, that's not scary. That's not a threat. That's a circus. That's a clown show. Maybe a petting zoo at best. And look at the amount of Marines here, guys. Holy Marine Corps, right? 1 siege tank yet again offering some nice support, hitting those Banelings. I don't think the mutas, now the mutas are here, but they can't really go in against us. They can clear out the Hellbats, sure, but not much else. Lings and Banes rolling forward, picking off the siege tank, but this group of Marines, that is just tough to fight. More Banelings are here. They're gonna roll in. The hatch does fall though, so at best you're cleaning up the force while the next one is already on approach. Scarlett falling apart, things in shambles. Losing the base does hurt, but no drones were actually lost in the making of that film, which is a good thing, you know. You save some workers. What is the drone count even up to? 83. Okay, that's a healthy drone count. Zerg clearing up this force. I saw a couple Lings make their way down here, but nothing actually happening down there. Maru taking his 4th base, setting it up as a planetary. Gonna be able to hold that reasonably well. Can they get there in time? I think the SCVs are still a bit troublesome. They do get in, they get over here, able to kill off a few. Some of the Marines are going to break off Banes, connecting with the rest of them. Very good. Planetary does finish up. Lings shift over to fighting some of the Marines. Good trade. Might be able to take out a few. 6 SCVs were killed off, bringing Maru down to a very comfortable 74. Both players at that nice healthy 80 worker count. And compositions are looking strong. Lingbane Muta versus Marine Tank. The number of Marines, though, it's a little low. He's shifting into other things. Marauders, Thors, good things to deal with Banelings. And Mutas, technically. Like Marauders versus Mutas? No. Not the Marauders, although I am an advocate for the Marauder Siege mode, I call it. You flip the Marauder on its back so that it can then shoot up. Only right above it, though. It's like a siege tank. It's rooted. That would be interesting to me. Marines and tanks catching a few Zerglings over here. Maru scans the base, sees the amount of drones. They're rocks in danger. Said, no, I want to kill these rocks. Back off, Scarlett. That was kind of funny, actually. The Mutas trying to find some damage somewhere, able to pick off maybe just a few Marines, while the rest of the army is on the way to the Zerg bases, but not looking like it. Upgrades in favor of the Terran, for now. 3-3 is on the way, around the same speed that 2-2's coming out, so Maru likely to hold. Oh, that advantaged Widow Mines. Widow Mines, one of the most infuriating forces to deal with. Overseer going to be picked off. There's not a lot of Widow Mines out on the map, so the Overseer may not be very helpful anyways. A lot of Lingbane coming in, but it's only from one angle, and the siege tanks are already set up. Thor in a great defensive spot too. This split is just gorgeous. I mean, even though you're pushing up a ramp, this is looking quite good. A few of the Banelings wrap around, flank from the bottom, hitting from the top, but it is just not enough. Zerg, Maru is gonna take the game. Very entertaining, you two. Widow Mines and Prey versus Zerg. Who knew? If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you have a great day.